Hi guys, this is Aster, and I know I haven't posted in literally forever, but I'm excited to be back. This is my journey on Artfight for 2023 and 2024. So in 2023, I was on the werewolf team, and this year, 2024, I was on team Stardust. So on the screen right now you are seeing both 2023 and 2024 attacks that I did. So individually I'm going to talk about each one. I will show the speed paints for this year, but due to complications I'm not showing my speed paints for 2023. I don't have easy access to them, so that's the main reason why. So let's get started. This was my first ever attack. It was actually one of my friends, the same friend that got me into Artfight. They had these two characters, Cloud and Rose, which were their two main OCs during the time, which are not anymore. But it was a very fun first experience and is what got me into Artfight. This was my second attack on Artfight. I thought the character was very cute, and that's why I did it, and I tried to keep her as accurate to the original as possible. I remember finding her story very cute, and I liked getting a chance to try to draw a prosthetic finger. I often look for characters that have details in them that I don't normally think to draw. This was a Lodi. This was the third attack I did, and this one I had actually struggled with quite a bit because I remember it took a very long time to complete, and I kept feeling like things were off, and I actually watched a couple tutorials on how to render art better, and I think it helped me a good bit. And this person had a lot of horror art, and this was one of the few characters that weren't horror, and I absolutely loved their art. And I believe this character was Tracy Goldleaf or something along those lines, and they are absolutely amazing, and it ended up turning out quite cute, and I still do like parts of this drawing to this day. This was my fourth and last attack of 2023. I remember I was actually camping while doing this one. I believe her name was like Emma, but I could be wrong. And I wanted to do some kind of like centaur. And looking back on these, I was always so hesitant to actually do backgrounds, and that is still true, but you'll see some improvement in my backgrounds throughout this journey. She was among many characters of this person having done, and I thought this one was cute, so I decided to do it. And I also remembered that one of my little cousins kept forcing me to draw it for entertainment while I was doing it. So that was very entertaining to experience. So this is my first attack of 2024. I was actually very upset about this one because the person that attacked me first, I had just posted the character. It was my dragon character, which she's like a sea dragon, but she's very like long. So they used the brush that was like the dragon 2 brush and like just did a couple like brush strokes for like some of her details, like very quick, less than 15 minutes. And after I finished this one, the way that I did it, it actually got less points than theirs, whenever this one was a solid like hour and a half still, where there's literally from the time that I made the character 15 minutes. So I was very upset about it. So I had wanted to avoid drawing furries for this season, but I ended up drawing 2 straight off the bat. I was a bit happier about this one though, since it was my little sister that had me draw this one. It was their character. They don't really use this character anymore though, but it was still cute, and I did like how this drawing came out, and they used it as their phone wallpaper for a little while before the second attack I did on them. And they still have my second attack that I did on them as their wallpaper on their phone. So, just a little silly tidbit. Anyways, this is Cherry Soda, and I did the full body, and it was a lot better than the first attack I did. And I think this was actually the first full body I did for Artfight, because all the other ones I started out wanting to do full body but ended up changing it to 3/4, or even just like the bust. But this one did take around 7.5 hours, so it wasn't like too bad for time wise, especially since it was full body, and some of the other full bodies that I had done previous years took closer to 13 hours. These next 2 characters are a vampire girl named Diana, which is seen in pink, and a Frankenstein girl named Rose, which is seen in blue. They are very cute. I actually saw the vampire girl first and read the bio and realized that she had a girlfriend that the person was gonna post pretty soon. So I followed them and waited until they posted the other character before I started drawing, because I knew that I wanted to draw them together. And yeah, it's kind of crazy that I just said that my first full body for Artfight was last attack, and now my 3rd attack of this year, I did 2 characters interacting full body. So I was having a lot of fun experimenting this year, as you may be able to tell. And then there's also a full background on this one. The other one did have a background, but it was a very simple, quick background. This one is in a room where they're sitting on a chair, and I even painted in a little potted flower on the ground next to them. I still didn't put in a ton of effort to the background, but definitely a lot more than normal, since there's an actual background, not just like a gradient of color or simple outside nature, because I don't do good with not nature backgrounds, and some of my older nature backgrounds are pretty ugly, if I'm being honest. So these 2 were very cute, and I had a lot of fun drawing them. They're actually one of my favorite drawings from this season. This one took about 8 hours, so still doing pretty good on time. This was my 8th attack overall. This is Rez, or Donnie, and he took only about an hour to draw. It was a decently quick one, but it was very cute. I like to throw in a more weird character that I wouldn't normally draw every once in a while, so it was very entertaining to draw real quick. This is Peyton Form. This person had attacked me first, and since I always do revenge, I found this character, and I thought she was so cute, so I did her. And since I wanted to experiment with lighting again, I did like the spotlight either like from behind, and like she's finishing a performance, and this one took only about 2 hours, So a little bit longer than the last, but still pretty short. Okay, so this one I was quite excited to do because this person I had actually been saving since last year for I wanted to do one of their characters, but I loved all their characters so much that I actually did all of them, including some that didn't actually have a character slot, but they had one of their excess character slots where if you knew what the character looked like, you could still get credit for drawing them in the attack. I actually had an individual folder per character, and I did each one like building on top of it, like rendered it all at the same time so that each character would hopefully be the same amount of render, because I wasn't sure if I'd be able to finish this in time. But I did end up finishing it with time to do about 3 more after. This one did take around 40 hours, which was crazy. Last year I saved this person for Amina, the girl with the green dress. Then there's Jin Lee at the top and Maylin at the bottom. And then there's Katarina in the purple and Nikolai in the blue. And then Orion down at the very bottom with the red hair, and Thea, the little girl, and I believe the cat's name was Star. And then the big deer goddess that you're gonna see in the back, I don't think actually had a name, but yes, it's a big deer goddess. I was absolutely obsessed with this one, and I'm so glad that I was able to actually finish it. This next one has a bit of a funny story behind it. I was scrolling on YouTube Shorts and found this guy's live stream, and me and my sister talked to him a bit in the chat because he was also doing Artfight, and that's when we decided to attack each other. And I actually don't really like this drawing because it's scary. It scares me. It's not the intent I meant to give off. And this one I actually found on the Artfight server, and we decided to also attack each other because I loved the horror characters that they had, and they were looking for someone to put in the mass attack, so they put me in the mass attack, and I promised to attack them back. And this little alien character is so cute. This is Ari, and she only took about 8 hours to draw, and Zune Kicks, which was the last fox, took about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So yeah, and now there's only one more drawing that I did for Artfight. My last attack for Artfight 2024 was my second attack on my sister. So this is a character named 2, and he is part of our comic that we are actually going to be uploading to Webtoon very, very soon. And I'm very excited to let you guys know more information about it. It is called 1-2 Tootsie Roll. Whenever this comic is uploaded, it will be linked on both me and my sister's channels, and you will see lots of promotion for it, because we are super excited to get into actually fleshing out this story. We've been working on it some already, and it's going fantastically. So I'm very excited to be back on YouTube. Hopefully my next post isn't too far away. Anyways, if you guys have made it this far into the video, make sure to check out my sister Razzle's account, which I'm sure they will be hanging out in the comment section below. Bye guys! And see you guys next time. Hopefully it's not over here.